Welcome back, Celtics Nation and dedicated basketball fans from all over the world, to another incredible deep dive into the most fascinating storylines surrounding the Boston Celtics right now. Today, we are stepping away from the box scores and the advanced statistics for just a moment to talk about the human element of professional basketball, because the business side of the National Basketball Association can be absolutely brutal and incredibly unforgiving. If you love exploring the emotional side of the game, understanding front office decisions, and hearing directly from the players themselves, you are going to want to stick around for this entire breakdown. Friday night at the TD Garden was an absolute movie for the Boston Celtics as they returned home from a grueling West Coast road trip that honestly felt a lot more like a massive family reunion than a regular season business trip. When the team was out in California, they ran into familiar, friendly faces like Al Horford and Kristaps Porzingis in San Francisco. And then they had an emotional reunion with the ultimate heart and soul of the previous era, Marcus Smart, when they faced off against the Los Angeles Lakers. But their very first game back on their home floor in Boston presented yet another opportunity to cross paths with a very familiar face, and that face belonged to Josh Minott. As we all know by now, the Celtics absolutely steamrolled the Brooklyn Nets on Friday night, putting up a historic 148 points to secure a massive blowout victory. But tucked away inside those garbage time minutes of that historic offensive explosion was former Celtics wing Josh Minott, who checked into the game off the bench and registered 9 points in 16 minutes of action for his brand new team. Before that incredibly lopsided contest even tipped off, the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets, Jordi Fernandez, took some time to speak with the media, and he openly shared his unique perspective on how the transition has gone, so far as his coaching staff desperately tries to integrate Minott into their offensive system and their locker room culture. Fernandez had nothing but incredibly high praise for the young forward, stating that Minott has a truly great personality. The head coach explained that you could easily say Minott feels like he has been a teammate in their specific group for a very long time, simply because of the seamless way he has just blended in right away with the rest of the roster. Fernandez noted that Minott instantly knew exactly what the Brooklyn culture was all about, and that the coaching staff is very happy to have him on board, as they try to help him properly develop his raw athletic skills and see exactly what kind of hidden potential they have unlocked. But while his brand new bench boss was busy praising the 23-year-old wing before the game, it was finally Minott's turn to step up to the microphone after the tough loss and openly discuss his sudden departure from the city of Boston. As most dedicated fans already know, this specific transaction was a calculated move made by the Boston front office right at the buzzing trade deadline, and it was heavily motivated by the strict financial benefits of getting the team's payroll completely under the dreaded luxury tax threshold. The new collective bargaining agreement makes it incredibly difficult for championship contending teams to keep expensive rosters together, so sometimes talented young players become unfortunate casualties of the salary cap mathematics. Minott addressed the media with a very calm and professional demeanor, expressing simply that he was in Boston and now he is in Brooklyn. He gracefully labeled the deadline trade that sent him packing to the Nets as being a situation that is completely above his pay grade. He continued by telling the reporters that the financial specifics and the front office motivations are a question for his agent to answer, because his only job as a professional athlete is to play basketball. He finished his thought by stating passionately that he lives, eats, and breathes Brooklyn basketball now. Minott is a highly intelligent player, and he likely completely understands the complicated business situation that led to his departure, even if the sudden deal may have initially surprised him when the news broke. It also certainly helps his mindset that he has landed in a genuinely good situation over in Brooklyn, where a rebuilding franchise can offer him the necessary playing time to continue his long-term development on the court. He made it perfectly known to the Boston media that he left the organization on absolutely no bitter note, holding zero grudges against the coaching staff or the front office executives. However, Minott also opened up about the severe physical and mental struggles he faced during his short tenure in Boston, specifically regarding a very frustrating ankle injury. He told the reporters that dealing with that specific injury was probably his very first real taste of true professional adversity since he first got drafted into the league. He expressed deep gratitude that he had been mostly healthy for the vast majority of his young career up until that point, but he admitted that being sidelined was definitely a massive mental test for him to overcome. Minott made sure to give a ton of well-deserved credit to the Boston Celtics medical staff, noting that they really helped him push through the dark days of his recovery process. He also mentioned that the Brooklyn medical staff has been fantastic in continuing that exact same level of physical care since he arrived in their facility. He described his current physical status as being in the fine-tuning stage, but he gave a truly raw and honest quote about the reality of NBA injuries. He explained that it is a completely different world when one day you are flying through the air doing crazy acrobatic dunks in front of thousands of screaming fans, and then the very next day you wake up and you literally cannot even walk or get up the stairs in your own house. That stark contrast really puts into perspective the massive physical toll that this sport takes on these incredible athletes and why we should always respect their recovery timelines. When this current regular season first got underway, the fourth-year wing quickly and surprisingly ascended the depth chart and found his way into the Celtics' first unit, playing crucial rotation minutes. The wild idea that his promising tenure in Boston then rapidly unfolded the exact way it did, with him being traded away just a few months later, perfectly illustrates exactly how incredibly difficult it is to achieve true, long-lasting consistency in the National Basketball Association. A massive, unavoidable factor in Minott's unfortunate inability to reclaim a permanent rotation spot after he initially fell out of the starting lineup was exactly the lingering ankle injury that he referenced in his post-game interview. When you lose your spot due to injury on a team that is fiercely competing for a world championship, it is almost impossible to get those minutes back once the team finds a new winning rhythm without you. However, there is a lot of positive news for his future career trajectory. The fact that he was physically able to make his official Nets debut in their previous contest, which was a tough loss to the San Antonio Spurs, right before logging a solid 16 minutes of playing time in Boston, strongly signals that his body is finally trending in a very positive, healthy direction. Minott conveyed to the media that his primary focus right now is just getting better in every single aspect of the game and putting the final finishing medical touches on rehabilitating his ankle. He wants to get significantly better defensively, get his offensive confidence back into a smooth rhythm, and strictly focus on the daily grind of just getting 1% better. Every single day, he steps into the practice facility. His former teammates in Boston clearly still hold him in incredibly high regard as well. After generating an absolute masterclass performance of 28 points, 9 beautiful assists, 7 strong rebounds, 2 crucial steals, and 1 massive block in the Celtics' blowout victory, superstar forward Jaylen Brown took some time during his own press conference to highly praise his now former teammate for exactly how he initially acclimated himself to the demanding Boston culture. Brown told the media that it is a really tough situation for everyone involved because Josh came in at the very beginning of the year and fully bought into the complex offensive and defensive system. Brown noted that the team genuinely felt like Minott grew as a basketball player, and more importantly that he fully bought into the unselfish team-first mentality that Joe Mazzulla preaches every single day. Brown expressed that it is incredibly unfortunate to see him go, but he made sure to emphasize that Josh is a true winner at heart, and that the entire Boston locker room deeply appreciates him for all the hard work and the positive contributions he made while wearing the green and white uniform. It is always incredibly special to hear a franchise cornerstone and proven leader like Jaylen Brown speak so highly of a younger role player, because it truly validates the character and the work ethic of the player who just got traded away. Now, the cold and calculating business side of the National Basketball Association has officially relocated Josh Minott to the borough of Brooklyn. While it is always tough to leave a championship contending roster, he will absolutely have significantly more opportunities to get steady, reliable playing time and to actively continue his basketball development while playing for another excellent rising head coach in Jordi Fernandez. While it is undeniably unfortunate that it just did not perfectly work out for Minott with the Boston Celtics, especially after such an incredibly promising and electric start to the regular season, the Brooklyn Nets represent a truly fantastic landing spot for a talented young wing who could very well find himself back on the highly competitive free agent market when this current offseason rolls around. If he can stay completely healthy, prove that his ankle is 100% fully healed, and showcase his elite defensive versatility and high-flying athleticism in Brooklyn, he is going to secure a very long and lucrative career in this league for many years to come. I want to know exactly what all of you guys think about this entire situation regarding the Josh Minott trade. Do you think the Boston Celtics front office made a massive mistake by trading away such a promising young athletic wing just to save some money against the luxury tax? Or do you completely agree with the difficult financial decision they had to make to protect the core of the roster? Furthermore, do you believe that Josh Minott is going to absolutely thrive in Brooklyn with a brand new change of scenery and more consistent minutes on the floor? Please head down into the comment section right now and let me know all of your deepest thoughts, opinions, and bold predictions, because I absolutely love reading through your unique perspectives and sparking these major league-wide debates within our amazing, passionate community. If you thoroughly enjoyed this massive deep dive into the emotional and business side of the NBA and you want to stay completely up to date on all the absolute latest news, intense trade rumors, and high-level tactical analysis, please do me a massive personal favor and hit that subscribe button right now to officially join the channel family. We are constantly bringing you high-quality, deeply researched basketball content all week long, and we would absolutely love to have you on board as we push toward the playoffs. Also, please be sure to absolutely smash that like button on the video if you truly appreciate the detailed breakdown, as it really helps the channel grow in the algorithm. And absolutely do not forget to click the little notification bell icon and turn on all alerts so you never miss an upload when we drop brand new exciting content for you to enjoy. Finally, if you want to take your incredible support to the next level and directly help us fund the detailed research and the daily production of these videos, please consider clicking the join button down below to quickly become an official channel member. It is a super easy way to support the content creation process, and it gives you instant access to some really cool exclusive perks and custom badges in the comments. Thank you all so incredibly much for taking the valuable time out of your busy day to watch this deep dive, and I will eagerly see all of you in the very next video.